As many of you know, I'm a big fan of Fire Emblem. I jumped in from Awakening and started from there. And when I heard that there was a new Fire Emblem mobile game to come out, I was a little skeptical. But as the trailer was released, my skepticism diminished. So I thought to myself, could this game be actually that bad? However, looks can always be deceiving, and that's what we're here to find out. Is this game as good as Awakening, or is it as underwhelming as Fates? And in review tradition, we could, and we should, start with the story. You assume the role of this tactician guy with a white cloak, and this avatar plays on Blazing Blade rules, as opposed to Awakening rules. You are very much present in the story, but you don't actually have a real unit that can fight. What you really do is shoot people out of your book gun, or summoning if you will. The default name is Kyron, but I don't really like that name, so I'll just call myself Rev. We open by being summoned Sonic and the Black Knight style by the best Fire Emblem character of all time, Anna. You're apparently some sort of great hero that has come to save the kingdom of Asker. She accepts you into her team, the Order of Heroes. With that, you can now meet the Prince of Asker, Alphonse, who's pretty much Chrom's much better younger brother, and his sister Sharina, who looks like a weird evolution of Lissa. The four of you are now left to explore in the many worlds of Fire Emblem. Along the way, you'll meet past heroes like Roy. Oh, Roy. The worst lord stat-wise, but I'm sure he'll get a buff in this game, right? Right? Oh. Yeah, Roy's definitely trash. He's even easy on Lunatic. Look, we're the same level and I still decimated him. Looks like Roy ain't getting a buff this time. You also meet Chrom, who is...
Ah! Oh my god! Ah! 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 My eyes are bleeding! The daring game for chameleons!
Well, he's seen better days. Okay, his action poses weren't that bad, but now he just looks like one of those characters that look weird from the front. You know the ones. You also meet Tiki, who is adorable, but isn't afraid to kill everyone in 1.5 seconds. This is crazy. Tiki is crazy, and boy am I lucky to have a 5-star on my team, not trying to brag or anything. Speaking of Tiki, there are also other dragons in this game, like Noe. You know what that means. Fight, 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 fight. Oh. There's also post-puberty Tiki. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah! We did it. Nice. High five. I just literally high-fived myself. Also, this game tries to make a fourth wall break and fails miserably.
What is this YouTube you speak of? Ah, I see. It's like a world like this one, except it hosts pre-made plays made by other individuals? Fascinating. iDubbbz, Keemstar, Leafy? Those are quite peculiar names. And you say the most popular hero there is a deathly dessert pastry? PewDiePie? Is that what you call him? This world is quite odd. And there's another world called Rule 34, where they have lewd pictures of my sister. Oh no. Do they have any of—
No! Later on, the Order of Heroes members start talking about some guy named Zacharias. Apparently he was a friend of the Royals and went missing one day. But that doesn't really amount to anything since, unlike, say, Silas, we never find Zacharias. It leaves this whole thing as artificial conflict and backstory, in the same way a DeviantArt OC has dead parents. And to cap off this adventure, we have a special antagonist, Princess Veronica of Emblem, who is looking to destroy the gates and enslave our Fire Emblem heroes. So you know what that means, we gotta destroy her. And, what are you? No.
My waifu! You messed with the wrong loser. You're going down now.
Don't lose your way. I really need you to stay focused. Don't be afraid. I want to be free. This is the way to be more strong. Find us one my deep secret. Make us the sun. Let's take it down. But be sure to scale before my body is strong. You have my body. I'm ready to fight with you all.
And with that, she crawls back to Emblem. Batman 2.0 gives us a cliffhanger about Zacharias, and the story ends there. Now, though the heroes give rather lame reasons as to why they fight, I did find the story to be very loose, not super serious, no high stakes, and I can appreciate it for that. After all, it's a mobile game. So to compare this to a real Fire Emblem story, it's like comparing Sonic Dash to the Genesis titles. Next is the gameplay, which is quite different to the standard Fire Emblem. I think I should start with the newfangled weapon triangle. Like Fate's, multiple weapons comprise the same weapon type. This time though, there are 3 weapons to one type. Red types are swords, fire and dark tomes, and red dragon breath. Yes, dragon stones have disappeared and are replaced with dragon breath powers. Also, no beasts of any kind appear in this game. Blue are lances, lightning tomes, and blue dragon breath. Green are axes, wind tomes, and green dragon breath. They all best each other in the same way as any other FE game. But there is a new weapon type. There is the colorless type, which are bows, daggers, which still lower stats, and staves. Staffs now cause damage in their own weird way now. Colorless weapons have no advantages nor disadvantages, so it makes them a go-to to take on any foe and you just want to be neutral. Now to more complicated stuff, like stats and abilities. The luck and skill and magic stats have all gone missing. Now all damage is generated by the attack stat. Also, every hit now connects. Also, there are no actual criticals in the game. Now, actual combat works like this. There is a weapon ability which can become stronger if your weapon has a higher might, an assist ability which can be used to support your team. These actions are usually a healing ability, a rally, which now can only affect one unit instead of multiple, or a dance/sing to allow another unit to act again. Then there is a special ability which will let you deal a little more damage after a certain number of hits have been made. These can either be healing an extra amount to yourself or other units, take less damage, or pretty much deal pre-combat damage a la Saizo's pyrotechnics. Besides those, you still have your normal skills, which can be activated at any time, but you can only have 3 at a time instead of 5. With combat out of the way, we can also talk about the extra content the game has, via these bottom tabs. Home is a barracks style tab where you can collect heroes' feathers from your units. You can also see special side quests that you can complete given that you have the time. There's also a little place here where you can register your friend codes. Unfortunately, they've made a comeback. I guess I really don't care at this point. Next is the battle tab. It's where you can go if you're looking for a battle. You have the main story, some paralogs, the trainer tower, which is an area to grind, promotional special maps, and lastly the arena duels, which is where you can battle against a random opponent's team. There's also an undisclosed area right here, which looks to be where you can battle other friends in real time. It'll probably be finalized and introduced in a later update though. Next is the Allies tab. Here you can edit your team, spend SP, which are special points that are gained every level, You can also have units learn new skills, level up your units with crystals or shards, or send units home in exchange for heroes' feathers. You also have the advanced growth section, which is used to either unlock potential or merge allies. I'll explain the easier one first. Merging allies can give one ally a boost in SP as well as the possibility of giving them a boost in their stats. Unlocking potential, however, is completely stupid. Essentially what you need is badges and the aforementioned hero's feathers. Yet this option is so stupid that you'll be oversaturating those items. Essentially, what you need to do to unlock potential is to raise a unit up to level 20 or higher, and have a large number of badges and feathers. Thing is, most likely, the only units you'll raise to that level are units 4-star and over. And to unlock their potential, you'll need great badges, which are extremely rare, almost as rare as crystals. And if you really wanted to put in the effort, you know what you get? You know what you get? A soft reset on your unit. What? Your unit goes back straight to level 1, meaning either you cough up some shards and crystals, or you just wasted all of your time. Congratulations. And of course you can do this with 1 to 3 star units, but that would just mean a whole lot of grinding or wasting shards for absolutely nothing. And I know that stars are supposed to represent how efficient your unit is, but it may be true stat wise, but most likely not weapon wise. You would have a much better chance of summoning a better unit. Speaking of which, the summoning tab is where you can summon heroes. It costs 5 orbs. Orbs are awarded every day when you open the app or when you complete a main stage to summon your first hero, but the cost is discounted if you summon all at once. Thing is, if you're looking for a specific type of unit, you have to gamble and hope that you are not dead out of luck. For instance, I'm looking for an archer, ideally Takumi, but many times when I go to summon, there are no colorless orbs at all, meaning that I'll have to blindly summon a unit I really just don't want, and give it another gamble. It's costly and downright cheating. There's absolutely no balance in what orbs appear at all. Also, every summoned hero is always level 1, so that means you'll either use more crystals, more grinding, or downright a good unit put to the bench because they can't fight for themselves. Why can't I just get a unit that can still hold their own in the battle? It's stupid. After that, we have the shop where you can buy orbs if you are really that desperate or have like the luck of Arthur. Ironically, they don't sell badges or crystals for real money, which is like the only thing I'd probably drop real money for. There's also a miscellaneous tab where you can just adjust the settings and view your inventory. The last noteworthy thing about this game is its presentation. The presentation has been done rather well. Each character has their own portraits done by different artists, except for the order of heroes. Some of these artists are better than others. Like, for instance, this Yuida Yumehito guy can only seem to draw one distressed face. Music-wise, this game uses a lot of old FE themes, but there are a couple of new themes as well, like the title theme, which is epic. Overall, the actual gameplay of Heroes is rather solid, though there are some balancing issues between certain weapon users. Some units are way too weak and others are way too strong. There are also a lot of things with this game that are incredibly stupid and keep the game from being really perfect. This game is good, but definitely not the best it could be. For free, it's definitely something you should check out, so I say give it a try. This has been my review of Fire Emblem Heroes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hey guys, so I would like to announce something really quick. I have made a Discord server, so if you would like to come into contact with me, chat with me, anything, you should probably go there. So yeah, make sure you join that server.